would like you to follow keenly what we're going to do here. The first thing that you have to do is just to make sure that you've named all the columns. It's not a must. You can rename them by highlighting this column maybe and call it wherever you want. I've called it A. You then go to this column again. You call it B. You can also call it the name that you want to, assuming like maybe you want to call it something like that. And then you can go to D, rename it again. C, then D, rename it. Then after that, rename this, right? Then after you're done with that, the next step is to do data validation. So what we're going to do, we'll come here and maybe highlight these cells. It's not a must, but I'm just showing you so that we can have a place where we are working on. So let's choose one of the colors for just a good dashboard. Let's just choose this, which is not really strong, right? Then after that, we have item. Let's say we have item, then we have cookie, then we have drink, and then we have coffee. See, these are the columns that we have rather. So what we're going to do with this selected, we're going to come here to data validation, data, then go to data validation from here. You can see from here it's in data tools, regardless of whatever version of Excel you're using. Then come here to data validation, then in here in the settings choose list. Then after that, in the source, if you know where you're reading to, like from A4 to A5, you can, but the easiest one is just to come here, right? Then you choose that list. As you can see, is equals to A, right? Then after that, you click enter. Then after that, you click OK. It brings like a dependent drop down where you can choose the two items. All right, we can repeat the same process with this. All right, but now the process is like, say for example, I come here and then I create a dependent data validation, then any value, then I choose list, then I can come here, then choose this, all right, then click OK, right? But the problem is, if I do that, that is choosing drinks. So if I choose coffee here, I'm having the same aspect as here, and even if I come here, choose the drinks, I have all the options here. So what we are trying to do is just to make sure that whatever we are having here is like influencing what we'll be having next. All right, so cookie is not a must because the next thing is a drink or a coffee. So what we're going to do here, let's undo. So what you're going to do is, with this cell selector, we come here to data, then click data validation, then choose the list. But when it comes to source, we're not selecting, we write equals. All right, then we're going to write this. Then indirect helps to the previous cell which we're selecting into bracket will influence this current cell. So this is what will influence our next cell, which is C15. I bet this is C15, all right? So let's say C15. All right, after that you click OK, then you click yes. So once we choose cookie, in the cookies we just have cookies alone. Once we choose drinks, here in this drop down we just have the common drinks that we have. As you can see, this is a coffee. If you see the coffee, you'll just see chocolate milk, coffee, and fruits smoothie. All right, so maybe this one you can call cookie or drink, right? In the drink, because now we want whatever is selected here will determine the next option that we'll be having. So we come here, select E, then go to data again, data validation, and then after that list. Then in here we are going to type again equals indirect, then this is D15, right? I hope you know how to rename cells. Then after that you click OK, then you click yes. Then after that, what is selected here, say we say drinks and then coffee. Once it's coffee, we just get the coffee that we want, all right? But if we chose something like a fruit smoothie, we in the coffee or the fruit smoothie, we'll get this option that we are having here, all right? As you can see. So maybe here we should have renamed this to be coffee or smooth fruit smoothie. Now, the good thing about this is that you don't have to have it in this sheet. If you want it to be in an independent dashboard, you can always select it, then you can cut it, then create a new by clicking this plus, then you can paste it here. And as you can see, we will be having the same list, all right? So if you choose coffee, let's first of all double click here so that it fits well, right? All right, so if we choose cookie, in here we will just have cookie alone, all right? If we choose cookie, we'll be having cookie and drinks, all right? And if we choose drink, we have coffee, these smoothies and coffee. And if we choose coffee, these will be influenced and we'll have the regular coffee. And if we choose fruit smoothie, we have the smoothies that we have listed. So that is how to create an independent drop down, which is not independent, it just relies on the previous cells. So a quick reminder, just a quick reminder of how to create maybe a normal drop down. You come highlight the cell, then after that you come to data, then data validation. This is where this will be the most important thing that you have to do. Then after this, click list. This will be your good friend when creating this. Then in the source, you don't have to write here like equals or anything. The best on the simplest way is just to click this and then highlight whatever you want to be option. If you highlight item, say for example, if you highlight item, the item will also appear. All right. So if I click enter, then I click OK. As you can see, if I click this drop down, the item will appear, which we don't want. So the option to do with this is with this item, we can click a cell that we want to select, or maybe you can also just do this, select item. All right. Then with this select item, we can go to data, then data validation, then choose a list. Then in this, now select the two aspects that you want to select. All right, then click OK. Then after that, okay. So if it's written select item, you'll be getting cookie and drink. So the next one, going to just have a quick one, drink or coffee, just a repetition, so you can just ignore this. So with the drink and coffee, you can just select this data validation. Then once you come here, data validation, then in this you choose a list. Then in this is where you type equals indirect, which shows that it will be influenced by the later, by the previous or the earlier cells, which is B. In this case is B16, right? Hopefully, like you can see and you are able to read, it's B, then 16. Then after that you can click OK, then yes. So if we choose a drink or a cookie, we're going to have cookie. And if we choose something like a drink, we'll have all the drinks. All right. So I'm hoping that you've learned something, and I'm hoping that I'm going to see you in the next video. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.